So when I was at CHKD in Virginia Beach, I was going to head down to the one in Norfolk, and the cashier told me that the one in Norfolk doesn't have hardly anything, any glassware. It's smaller than the one I was at, and so a gentleman in line suggested that I try DAV in Chesapeake, Virginia. So that's where we are now. We're going to go in and check it out and see if we can find anything. He said they have lots of glassware, so we'll go in and check it out. Here we go. Well, I'm going to have to do a voiceover. It was so crowded in there. The music was loud, and you're going to see the film's kind of choppy because I had to cut people out. There were people everywhere, and I didn't want to videotape them if I didn't have their permission. So anyway, just kind of looking around at everything. It was just super overwhelming at all the stuff. And I'm sure if I missed anything, let me know. I picked up this vase. It was $4.98. I went ahead and decided to grab it. And of course, there was a lady back in the background, so I had to cut it out. But I went ahead and grabbed it. It reminded me of something that I found at Goodwill last week, a basket that was very similar. So probably from the same company. That probably was crystal. It looked like there was a name on the bottom, but I couldn't tell what it was. So, and it was super heavy, so I just put it back. A lot of these vases are just modern. There's the blue one right there. I wish I would have picked that up. I didn't pick it up, and now looking at the video, it looks like it had a really nice foot on it. I wish I would have picked it up. So this cute little thing, it's darling. I don't know if it's old or not. It was $4.98. It looks like carnival glass. And so I decided to go ahead and grab it. I thought someone would like it. Trying to look around to see what's behind some of this stuff. There's just stuff in every little space available. I think those said made in Taiwan. And I can never tell on these if the flowers are broken or not, and it always worries me because I don't want to grab something and then sell it and then find out that the petals are chipped off and I didn't notice. That was cute. It was a little souvenir cup from New Orleans, but I decided not to get it. And I noticed when I laid it down, it's kind of teetering a little bit. Hopefully it survived. That looked really cute until I picked it up and it had some kind of saying. Looked like it was a Mother's Day gift or something like that. There's two of them. I'm going to pick up another one in a minute. They look like kind of Yardo knockoffs. But I always have to check those just to make sure. Now at first I hesitated on it until I noticed it was a bank and it was 79 cents. So I thought that it was really, really cute. He's got his trunk up. I think that means good luck. And I decided to go ahead and grab him. I don't know if he's old or not. That was plastic. I noticed after I picked it up at how light it was. I don't even know if I've walked 3 feet by now. And I'm probably missing a lot of things. So please let me know if you see anything I should have looked at, or maybe I should have looked at that other little trinket dish next to that. That little wooden box looked like it might have been cute. I don't even know if I saw it. There was just so much to look at. That was just a Virgin Islands plate. So this, in a minute I'll peel back the sticker a little bit to try to look at it, but I still don't know what it says. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I went ahead and put it back. Probably should have grabbed it, but I didn't. It's just so hard. I thought this little teacup and saucer were cute, but then I saw Ohio, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't know how the souvenir stuff would work out. It said made in Japan. So I went ahead and left it. Again, there's another one of those figurines, but it has the same wooden base. So I'm sure they came from the same place. Whoops. Again, I don't know. That one looked like it was in great shape, but it's hard to tell. That little guy was cute, but I don't know if it's a man or child. I'm always attracted to anything that has a horse on it. That looked like something that someone had like done in a craft, as a craft or something. Just a lot of little dishes and knickknacks and dusters, whatnots. That was cute. Again, a horse. It looked like there was a big chip on it, but whenever I rubbed my finger over it, it was not. But I decided not to get it because I really wasn't familiar with what that was. So now these, there's two of them. They're heavy. Looks like art glass. They're $6.98 a piece, and I put them in the basket to fill the edges to make sure they weren't chipped. And I went ahead and grabbed them. I might regret it later, but I did. They were really pretty. They did not stay there. I put them down the bottom of the basket. I just put them there so that I could kind of fill the edges and make sure that there weren't any chips. The elephant's cute. That was heavy and it looked modern. These are pretty. I think there's another one back there in the back, and they were super heavy. They're probably crystal, but I don't know. And of course I picked these up. Anything shiny, but they look modern. And I turn over everything because sometimes I'm surprised because I'll think this is modern, it's got to be modern, and then it's got an old mark on it. That creamer was very cute, but his tail was broken off. He was so cute. I don't remember what it said, and I can't read it from here. But I would have grabbed him if he had his tail. This, again, I'm not a big fan of anything milk glass. And then I get distracted by this shiny object, but then I realize this looks like someone made it. And it looks familiar to me, like I've seen something like it before. Then there's a whole stack of these collector plates, and I don't want to buy collector's plates, and you see them all over, but I just decided to go through each one just to make sure that's what they were and there wasn't anything else hiding underneath. And Santa was on the bottom. He was hiding. Kitty cats. They look like there was glue on the bottom. Maybe they were glued to a piece of wood or something, but I didn't see it there, and I decided to put them back. And I'm coming to the end of that very long aisle. Again, it's like, well, this is kind of Christmas stuff down here. I didn't see anything that I was drawn to, but, you know, there's still figurines everywhere. These were interesting. Their faces were beautiful, but the polar bear didn't seem right, so I just put them back. He seemed really kind of, just the craftsmanship was not there. So I rounded the corner and I ran into a group of people, so I decided to cut them out. And I passed that aisle, but I'm going to come back to it. Of course, more people got in my way, so I had to edit them out. Now here's some Halloween stuff. Kind of glanced at it. Not really anything. I love wooden boxes. One day, I'm hoping I'm going to find a really great one, but those I just could tell they weren't really what I was looking for. Now this store is huge. I'm just kind of looking around, and thank goodness no one stepped out at this point, but that's only like a third of it. Now I came around this end cap, just kind of looking around. These dishes, I was attracted to them for a second. I thought they were really pretty. And then I guess these are maybe for tea bags or something. I'm not sure. But look at what's below. And then all of a sudden, I see it. That is beautiful. Now, is it modern? I don't know. But I thought it was so pretty that someone would enjoy it. It doesn't look like Murano glass. It's the bottom is not clear and shiny and polished. And it's, you know, it's just beautiful. It's really pretty. Those look stretched. There's not, I couldn't find any chips. It was $6.98. Pink. How could you go wrong? So I went ahead and grabbed it. So now I'm back on the aisle that I skipped. Glassware. Those bowls, I looked at them later, they were Lennox. But I didn't buy them because I don't know what that stuff goes for. They were really heavy too. There's just so much. It's just hard to look at it all. That was like a tiki. It looked like probably it used to be a candle. Now these I have now found out. I didn't know what they were, but they were beautiful. There's two of them. And they are, I hope I don't butcher the name, they're Bormioli Rocco, and they're made in Murano, Italy. And they're dessert glasses. And they are just gorgeous. I think I might not list them. I might keep them for myself. So when I was at Goodwill last week, I picked up these hand-blown glasses. If you watch my video, they're blue. They're clear with blue swirls, and they're from the same company. And I knew there was something special about them because they just looked hand-blown and beautiful, and I'm probably going to keep those too. But now I know what to look for. I don't know why I didn't get the salt and pepper shakers. This looks like Port Marion. I collect the Botanical Garden series, and I have the older stuff that I bought when I first got married. And, I back then it was really expensive. So I pick up pieces when I see it, but that was not it. That was a knockoff. This was, I think it says TJ Maxx on the bottom. Now I picked up these. These are salt and pepper shakers. They're still in the original packaging. They're in Niagara Falls. They say made in Japan. And I went ahead and grabbed them. I thought they had a lot going for them. $2.98. So I know souvenir, I don't know, but we'll see how they do. Again, in the video I'm talking about how it always fools me for a split second and then nope. I didn't take the lid off. I wonder, it must have a little, or maybe I did. I don't know. It must have a little tea sieve or something in there. There were two of those. They weren't really that attractive, but I thought I might as well look at the bottom of them. It always worries me when there's two of the same thing. And that there was no mark. I think that was the grease pencil from the price, and it just smeared. Well, they have a price tag on the top, so I don't know what that was, honestly. And the vases or water pitchers, I could tell just before I picked it up that the craftsmanship wasn't there, but I thought I might as well look. This was cute. It did not have a lid nor a mark. That cart down there, I've had to cut out that person numerous times. She has a big cabinet thing in her basket. Now I went ahead and picked up this bowl. Had fruit in it. I thought it was okay. It does say that it was a Covington, Virginia, but it said made in occupied Japan. So it was in great shape. So I just decided to grab it. Again, souvenir piece. We'll see how it goes. And then very close by, I find this coffee cup and saucer, and it looked like it matched for a moment. Fruit again, it didn't say anything on the bottom, so I decided to go ahead and grab it. It's modern. I wonder what that piece was down there on the bottom. That kind of vase looking thing. I didn't look at that. It's so hard. I'll get better. So this looked interesting, but it's false graph. So I decided, I'll turn over here in a minute. But I decided to leave it. It was pretty. So I'm about at the end of my journey here. These were Pier 1. But right at the end of this aisle is the end of the glassware. And I decided at that point that I wanted to run over to one other place. That is just the display stuff. I always think it's pretty when I pick it up, but yeah. So anyway, that's it for the aisle there. Okay, I think we did well there. I'm really excited about this place. I'll definitely be back. The cashier said they put at least 1,200 items out every day, and I spent a total of $59. So we'll definitely be back here and hopefully, find some other great stuff. I'm going to head off to one other place. It's in Norfolk, Virginia. I have been there before. It's called Thrift USA. It's on Little Creek Boulevard, and we'll go see what they have. They usually have some really nice glassware, but it's kind of late in the day. It might be picked over. But anyway, we're going to try it anyway. Here we go.